Well, talking about the benefits, how do you sell New Yorkers and by extension state policymakers on the benefits of rolling out commercial autonomous vehicle technology, at least in the near future? What's the sales pitch?
From our perspective, there are three major benefits for AVs. The first is safety. AVs are outperforming human drivers when it comes to safety. A study released last year found that autonomous rideshare services in LA, San Francisco, and Phoenix experienced 85% fewer crashes than human drivers did. And this makes sense, right? 90% of car crashes are caused in some way by human error. If you think about drunk driving, distracted driving, failing to wear a seatbelt, these are the sort of leading causes of death, and AVs can avoid most of those problems. The second big benefit is accessibility. AVs can really change the way that a lot of people get around, and it can open up mobility for people who have generally been underserved by traditional public transit and by cars and roads. The National Federation for the Blind has been a huge supporter of AV deployment, in part because of the ways that AVs can increase mobility for people who are visually impaired or who need guide dogs to get around, where traditional transit services, might not be easy to navigate. And they've also received support from a lot of LGBTQ groups and from people who might be uncomfortable riding in traditional ride shares or on public transit. And then the third big benefit is jobs. There has been a lot of conversation about the impact of AVs on the workforce. But we put out a study early this year that found that AVs could create over 450,000 jobs over the next 15 years. And these jobs are well-paying. The majority of them pay above the median wage, and they're generally accessible without a bachelor's degree. They just need some sort of experience that can be gained through training programs. And New York, in particular, is really well-positioned to take advantage of these jobs because of their already existing STEM workforce. So there are a lot of benefits here that could be unlocked, and that, unfortunately, because New York is not one of half the states that has passed a deployment framework, they're sort of behind the rest of the country, or at least half of the rest of the country, in positioning themselves to take advantage of them.